11th in the country. Meaningful at all to these guys being so close to the top 10, or is that something in December you don't worry about?
No, it's great whenever the program gets recognition. It wasn't in the newspaper today, but we are ranked 11th in the country. Something we're extremely proud of, but at the same time, we all know it doesn't mean anything right now in the scope of things, but that being said, it's great for the programs, great for recruiting, great for fans. Hopefully it helps attendance.
Is there anything you address with the players about keeping a level head about things and not getting too excited about a ranking?
Well, when it comes to dealing with the team, we base things on playing well, not playing well. Film evaluation was ugly. We thought we got out-executed, outplayed, and out-coached against Alabama. So we had probably our best and most physical practice of the year Monday. So to us, we're not playing well or as well as we expect, living up to our expectations of how we should physically compete is what we focus on. So you would have thought if we lost, if we would have been at our practice on Monday, that we got to get back to playing well Thursday night. That's what our focus is.
The play that won the game, is that how you drew it up?
Oh, of course.
Fade away over a 7-footer.
Look, and when I've done this a lot longer than it looks like, unless I am starting to look old, but you get blamed for enough as a coach. When you win a game, you got to take a little credit.
You've been around a long time in this program, and you were a fan long before you went to work for the University of Cincinnati. Sean Kilpatrick and Kashmir Wright as a tandem. Can you remember anybody or any tandem as good as that? Individually, you've had great guards.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. That's I go quickly. I'm a Bearcat, so I could go to Kenny Satterfield and Steve Logan and DeMar Johnson as three guys that were NBA draft picks. Anthony Buford, Nick Van Exel, Terrence Gibson, A.D. Jackson. Those are four to the tandem. So you have to give the nod to the guys who went to the Elite Eight and the Final Four.
You have to keep getting after these guys despite the 7-0. Do you feel like do they get fat and happy, or they pretty much realize they haven't done much yet?
No, complacency is inevitable whenever you have success. I'd like to be able to keep my team on the road. You win 2 in Vegas, come home, everybody tells you how great you are. It softens you up, no doubt about it. As I said, they learn. I'm not concerned as much with the result, although I want to win games, you got to play well. We did not play well enough Saturday. We weren't physical at all. And I thought we got out-executed, out-coached. And I was really unhappy after I watched the film. Now, obviously we got to win, but we're going to have to get a lot better to do what we want to do, to win games in the Big East.
You talked on Saturday about you need to push the pace more on offense and get better at that in games. How much can you do that in practice? Is that something that you really have to hone in the games because it's a different method?
No, as far as pushing the pace, you got to dictate that with a couple of things. Your defensive pressure, but our defensive rebound. You can't run without the ball, and we're getting too many rebounds where it's either getting knocked out of our hands. We got to take it out of bounds. When the game got close against Alabama, we started we blew a lead. To have our style of play, the scoreboard has to be irrelevant. You just got to continue to attack and push the pace. You can't look up and say, "Oh, you're in a close game." I mean, I don't know why you wouldn't think you're going to be in a close game. Alabama is top 3 team in the SEC. I mean, there was 10 pro scouts here to watch their backcourt. But it's a bit of a problem with that early lead that we fought with. Because when you lose it, you start thinking, "Oh no, we blew the lead." You can't worry about that. It's got to be a 40-minute style of play, stay on the attack, and that's why we won the game. Because in the last 2 minutes, we had 2 fast breaks where we got a layup and an and one.
Where's this offense at compared to where you hoped it would be right now?
Well, I don't hope for anything. I just deal with execution. Hope's not a big word of mine. Prayers for Father Al at St. Monica's. Hopes for fans. My job's to teach, execute, make adjustments. We got to get more efficient in the half court. And it's all about offensive efficiency, points per possession. Right now, our defense is way ahead of our offense.
Mick, all this conference realignment stuff, as a basketball coach, are you just hanging on for the ride? It just seems like basketball is kind of the forgotten child.
Yeah, I just do my job, you know.
But I mean, football is driving everything.
Well, but the football coaches don't make decisions either. So I just worry about doing my job, you know. I'm fortunate that I coach at a program that has great history and tradition. And people, our fans love Cincinnati basketball. We got national championships and Final Fours, and we're hoping to get back there. And there's a lot of people that are supporting us and want us to get back there. So I always take the grass is greener, because there's a lot of coaches coaching at programs with no tradition, no history, in much tougher situations than mine. So I try to always take the wise approach that, although you may not have everything you want, it's not all, the grass isn't always greener on the other side. And you know, there's a lot of pluses to what we have here, and that's all I'm focused on.
Titus said the floor was vibrating on Saturday. He had never felt that kind of crowd. I
Not
guess,
at Glenn Junior College?
I guess not. But was it gratifying for you to look up and see that support, to see the noise, the crowd?
Yeah, I mean, for 3 or 4 years, whenever we've had a quality opponent, we got a good crowd. I mean, that's just the way it is. You know, in basketball, you play so many games, and we start too early, really. We probably play too many games. But when you get in December and you have quality opponents, we've always had a great crowd. Wait till he sees who can stay ranked in the top 15 in the country. Wait till he sees this place in January and February.
Rick, how much has Jermaine Sanders' way he stepped up, how much has that helped you guys? What's that meant to you?
Well, Jermaine, G-Line, the addition of Titus and David, and then Kelvin was hurt. He's getting better, and Shaq Thomas didn't get a chance to play the other day, but I've said this from the beginning. They're the key to our team. You know, I know what I'm going to get out of the guys that have been starting. But to me, for us to be a top 10 team in February when it matters, it's going to be those other guys, and Jermaine's a big part of that.
How much has he improved since last year?
Well, he's two things. He's much more comfortable because he knows what he's doing. He's in way better shape. And then with him, it's a confidence factor. But as a coach, I always say this. You got to get a guy enough minutes to where he can get comfortable. If you can get comfortable enough to where he can relax, and then his talent can come out. But he's got to earn those minutes, because you can't keep guys in there if they're not going to play defense or they're going to turn the ball over. So he's gotten sound enough to where I can keep him in the game, and you're starting to see his comfort level raise, and then you're going to see more offensive production out of him.